Welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I'm still offering the two special discount readings for the month of December, and I also have new services available. So if you would like to know more info about that, again, just email me and I will gladly provide to you all the info. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram pages. So, Aries. I feel like during this mid-month, some of you are being asked to recreate yourselves and recreate your lives in a more creative manner. I feel like some of you have lost track of your own creative selves. And when I talk about creativity, it's about putting into things your whole being. Something as simple as cooking can be a creative activity, or cleaning up your room, or walking down the street. There's so much creation and creativity outlets that we can find when we are expressing ourselves, how we are, how we express ourselves through the things we like, or even through the things we dislike. We can also have and find ways of expression. So basically, your creative expression may be a little bit congested, and it's time to take care of that, because I feel like some of you could help yourselves and your lives in a great way by adding this Empress energy, which is your challenge. The Empress energy is all about the pleasure we find in what we do. So even if you do have loads of burdens and hard work and struggle, as some of you do with the 10 of Wands being your opportunity, even with this, when you inject in all of that, the Empress energy, things become easier to deal with, because there's so much beauty you are adding to the work, or adding to the duties and responsibilities and the things you have to take care of. So when we put the Empress at work, things can kind of harmonize themselves, between work, hard work, and pleasure. Some of you have been all about hard work, pressure, and maybe not stopping to smell the roses. It's time to as well tune into your bodies, tune into your senses, tune into, as I said, enjoyment. You're not possibly enjoying yourselves enough, or not taking care of your bodies enough, and your some of you, your beauty, inner and outer beauty. It's like a sense of there's so much you're dealing with that you put yourself last. Some of you need to prioritize yourselves, or you are asked to during this time, because when we don't take care of ourselves, when we just work and no play, and when I say play, is not taking things lightly or not serious. No, it's also, as I said, stop, breathing, looking to the sky, looking to the stars, looking to your child, looking to your lover, and acknowledging the beauty that exists in that experience you're having. That's what I mean. In amongst all the possible hardship some of you are facing. And because when we are not taking care of ourselves, when we are not providing pleasure to ourselves, what eventually happens is this, which is your advice, the Three of Swords. It ends up, especially with the Empress together here with the Three of Swords, it ends up creating an issue of self-worth. Your self-esteem suffers. Your credibility through the eyes, the way you look to yourself in the mirror suffers, because you can be as beautiful and talented and great as you always have been, but you don't see it. So how will anybody else? Because you can be as well. I feel like some of you are crazy, is their energy of being crazy in love, or wanting to be crazy in love and find that partner, find that experience in a partnership that is just crazy in love. But what I feel is that you want that stimulation and that sense of um, pleasure and fun just through the stimulation of the other. What about you? What are you doing, as I said, on your own to have pleasure, to give yourself some um, spoiling and pampering energy? So there's a little bit of need to take care of yourselves, and not only take care of yourselves physically, as I said, in practical, tangible ways, but also take care of those energies that require a lot of your motherly or fatherly energy, like things that you need to take care of, to be really, really patient and loving with. So it can be your projects, it can be your with people around you, it can be with anything that you want to treat smoothly, with care, because it's sensitive and it requires your protection. There's a sense of protectiveness about what you're doing, so it can end up you and the situation having this strong bond and this strong energy of relatedness. So Aries, more than looking for love and passion and the fantasies of crazy relationships that usually end up just being, uh, temporary flings or temporary fireworks and dissipates easily. There's a sense of you finding what relatedness means to you, or what relating with others really is about. Is it really about only those fireworks and that passion and crazy 4th of July? Or do you have an issue with, allowing your partner to take care of you, and you yourself as well, giving of yourself to take care of your partner? So there's like this mixture in relationships between, some of you are in relationships that either one is the caregiver and the other is the child, you know what I mean? And sometimes this ends up creating some challenges, because it creates imbalances, and relationships are not about motherly energy or fatherly energy. This usually is like a repetition from our own unresolved issues with mother and father, and then when we attract that into relationships, it can be extremely wounding. Not because the person itself is doing it on purpose, but because it reopens wounds that are present there. So just give me a minute to charge my laptop, because I forgot to put it and it's low on battery. And so some of you in particular, it's about mother issues. So there's a little bit of a motherly quality to the struggle. Some of you are maybe going through this time. You can be dealing with mother figures during this time that are a little bit suffocating, controlling, possessive, you know what I mean? Or you yourself, if you are a mother, you can be having some issues with that motherly, as I said, energy, and the relationship you're having with your children may be more challenging. Either way, I feel like others of you, hard work is like, as I said in the December Tarot Insight, there's a lot of self-improvement here that some of you are doing. It's a heavy load you are carrying, but there's great deal of results coming out of this hard work. Some of you are finding, like as I said, in relationships, the complement between differences. So there's like relationships that may have this opposite energy. So you may attract people that are very opposite from you in love and friends, and people that you're just dealing with, people that are very different from you. And usually when there's that big opposition, either there's that chemistry and attraction, or there's that repulsion. So, but some of you are acknowledging how to make those differences work together and blend themselves into a complementary manner, because I feel like some of you are as well asked to reconciliate yourselves with people in your life where the issue is about just different temperaments, not necessarily the lack of love or the lack of will to be together. There may be issues in relationships for Aries. There are just about a difference in temperament. And yes, that can lead to problems, and that can lead to a sense of incompatibility that usually it's not really incompatibility. It's an unwillingness on the two people or the people involved to sit down and listen to each other with really listening, internalizing what the other is saying, what the other is about, and maybe asking yourselves, why is this annoying to me? Why can I not stand those traits? What is it about me that rejects that part? Because usually it's unconscious energies that we on our own rejected on our own self. So we don't like it because we somehow rejected on our own those traits on those people, and vice versa. Some of you are being accused of the same. So there needs to be compromise with differences, I feel. Others of you, though, it's like you are growing stronger and wiser, in this hardship some of you have been through. It may be a mid-month that it's a little bit stingy, You still may not feel as happy and as content as some of you would like to. You may still be dealing with hard lessons and a need to heal and a need to let go of previous mindsets and circumstances that lead you to that wounding of the heart. But I see some of you more open to the healing and actually more understanding of it, of what it really means, and seeing maybe the good side about it. It brought you wisdom. It brought you most likely loads of knowledge and loads of experience in life that people that have it all easy and have it all given to them don't have. And that's an asset. It's turning those wounds into assets. That's why I began the reading saying that you're learning, or you're about to do something which is about recreating yourselves from those wounds, because those wounds, when channeled properly, can be sources of power and empowerment. They don't need to be just damage. They don't, but we need to recreate from them, work with them, not fight against it. Because the more you fight against, for example, the fact that you still hurt with your mother, okay, the more you fight against this, the more the wound is going to it's like fester in your system and end up creating loads of issues with yourself, with others. If you become a mother, the same thing. So you see, it's not about excusing or forgetting or even forgiving. It's not about, I'm not going that way. It's about understanding that this is a reality that exists within you. And you can blame your mother or your mother figures, but the reality, or the women in your life for some of you, but the reality of it is that you are not taking responsibility, or you need to take responsibility so that you can be free from the power, for example, you are giving to your mother, or you're giving to your ex, or you're giving to your friend, or whoever have done you wrong. You need to take responsibility for it, because yes, maybe they were not the best to you, but now it's up to you to be free from this, to be better, to grow from this. So if you become a mother, or if you want a healthy relationship, this doesn't happen. Or you don't reproduce, because it's very interesting to observe the history, right, from family. Even if we don't know our mothers or our grandmothers or their history, if we are pretty unconscious and unaware of it, there's usually a thread here, and you want to break the chain. And I feel like that is a possibility. So basically this mid-month is filled with promise of healing and finding that self-love, that self-care, that eventually will lead you to find the love you're seeking as well. Because I feel like some of you really want a relationship, you really want a partner. For those Aries, of course, single, or if you are in a relationship, you want to be better in the relationship, you want the relationship to get better and to be to go to the next level. Or you're afraid, you're producing from those fears again. Maybe you are a great person and you want to be a mother, or you already are a mother and you are afraid you're not being a good mother, and so you're creating this big messy thing here about guilt, about feeling unsafe, or feeling that you yourself, you're not safe, so you're not providing safety. Or this safety, some people are looking for you. Others of you are looking for safety in the arms of someone else. Others of you simply need to get real about things. So don't. I feel some Aries are fantasizing a lot about what love should be, about what family should be, about what home should be. Relationships take effort. This is the 10 of Wands. Relationships take effort. Not always they are the most fun to deal with, because it pushes through a level of growth that is usually, if it's doing its job, very uncomfortable. So I also feel like some of you are being called to the reality of relationships. Stop being here imagining what could be and start working on it now together. And if you don't have anyone and you wish you did, again, work on bettering or loving yourself, on injecting more love each day on your own, and you will see how you will attract what you need. But you cannot attract what you want if you're not giving it to yourself as well. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.